And welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Creators Club scenario, which is on Northern Transpennine today. We are going from Manchester, Victoria, all the way up in Leeds. Officially, it's a 801 from East Coast Main Line, but we have got a TPE livery on it. But I feel like there's something wrong here. There we go. That's better. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, we've got a Transpennine livery here on the 801 to make it an 802. So yeah, officially this should not work, but because it's in set that on, unlock the doors. Because it's in a created club scenario, it does work. Because obviously there's no pantographs ahead of us, but we do have diesel power, so I'm assuming we'll be absolutely fine. But yeah, let's set up the train. I was going to record this video yesterday, but then the animations decided to just want to stop working. Still no AWS, so right, I'm going to go off.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Maybe there is. Yeah, past few days since since yesterday, the big update, I haven't had any AWS or DSD sounds. But anyway, roll the intro. Get on going. We want that to forward so we can go. Let's see, does it work without putting anything on? Yeah, it does. So yeah, today we're on North Transpennine, which doesn't have any pantographs. It is an old route that came out in what, TSW 2020? One of the original routes, one of the first UK routes in all fairness. So we're going to be stopping at Dewsbury, Huddersfield, Stalybridge, and then Manchester, Victoria today. We started in Leeds, good old Leeds. Obviously, Leeds United play. But no, I forgot who made the livery. I'm going to put it all down below. But they've done a really good job with it. Like the amount of people that do a lot of stuff with Creators Club, livery designer, they do really amazing jobs. Especially with like the 390, the 350, and the 710 to make that look like a 730, like most notably, but really well detailed, got to say. But yeah, so basically yesterday all the animations weren't working, so you'd open the door, it wouldn't open, like you'd flip this switch, and it would still control the lights and whatever, but it wouldn't work. Like the switch wouldn't actually move. You open the passenger doors, um, they wouldn't actually open. AI ones, the doors would stay open, but that was for this, so the 801 1 and 2, and the Class 380, so the ScotRail. Quite nice though, because we don't have to use this in diesel, because it's quite sluggish in diesel, because it's only got one engine. So, let's see. Dark screen, door selection. Yeah, none of that works. For some reason, it just comes up with driver mode. I know if it was tactile buttons, then it works. But yeah, it's just a bit strange. I'm just trying to have a look. Kind of reminds me of like coming out of Antelope Valley or San Bernardino out of LA Union. bit of a slow getaway, going from 10 mile an hour up to 20, and they have it strange. They have speeds which are 12 mile an hour, so it's not too bad. Horn. I hope we do see more services on the way and not just us and what was parked at Victoria. Let's have a little look. Oh yeah, there is. That's going to be a 158. That went out of my mind for a second. I was like, what train is it meant to be? Yeah, it's a 158. Because obviously there's 158s and 801s with TPE livery on. Maybe we might see some Class 45s and Co as well on this service. Maybe them doing like a rail tour, but fundamentally you cannot do this unless you have this in diesel mode. 158, it's fine because it's diesel, it's not electric. So we've got it coming past now. Have a look at this northern livery. I'm going to go into photo mode for this because I haven't actually looked. This one's by Jason PFC. Oh, he's done a good job. Pretty decent job, may I say. This is supposed to be, by the looks of it, the East Midlands Railway one. Yeah, because it's got the East Midland Railway seats in it. And then, or East Midland trains, not railways. Sorry, I'm wrong. But no, it's been a while since I've driven this route. I really loved it when I was playing it. I played it a lot on Xbox and haven't really played it since I got it on PlayStation. When we're on 30th of October, so by this weekend, I'm gonna be doing a little video, probably coming out Sunday, with basically a tier list for all the UK routes that I own, and then at the end of that video, it's going to be plopping in what routes I haven't owned and how, if I like them or not. Like, there's definitely routes that I do want to get, just haven't had the chance to. And the suspension, I forgot the suspension was a thing, and we're just like, bubble, bubble. Whereas normally you'd just be flat, but you'd hear the tracks. How does it look on the outside? Yeah, you can't really tell a big difference in all fairness. One thing I'd love is for like create a club, like you create your own scenario and you upload it. I wish you could have you can set a time, like it's say like ETA, like you pull it in, so you pick your stations and it says ETA for this station, or how long it should in theory take. I wish you could have that. That would be so nice. And then you can obviously adjust it. So, for example, you stop for a minute. So, say we get to Dewsbury at like 15:12 or 15:15. You can have it so you can change it by a minute. So it's like 15:16. So you depart at like 3:17. That would be cool. It'd be nice. You can tell how much the bouncing is causing an issue. Look at where the orange is by the current speed. That's funny. It's like the party bus. The party bus is coming. However, we do need to slow down, so we'll just put the minimum brake on. Oh, wrong way. 158. I hope we do get up to some decent speeds instead of just being at 50 or 60. Yeah, that proves how long it's been since I've been on this route. Because obviously you got the 101 as well, which is coming back with West Coast Main Line, Preston, Carlisle. So I need to actually start using that again. Maybe I'll do a video on it. because obviously I want to get that route as soon as it comes out, because West Coast Main Line. Because I love the West Coast Main Line here. It's my favourite line. I know a lot of people probably say that, but for a person that, it's more my favourite line because it's the one that I've been on the most. And then Chiltern is my second favourite. So, coincidentally, well, actually, no, it goes West Coast Main Line, Cross City, then Chiltern. Because obviously I'm from Redditch originally, so Cross City Line is in my heart. But no, I forgot the suspension was like this. We were just like, bubble, bubble, bubble. It's like we're going over points constantly. But you know what? I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, we got a 66. Nice. I was hoping we'd see like a 66 sometime today. Doodle. Oh. But yeah, also the Manchester commuter route. I forgot about that. So UK routes we've got coming out. So we're getting the 11 branch for 5 circle, which is like about 5 more, but 20 extra services, and you can use the 158 more. So fingers crossed you can do more services than just 11 branch. So maybe up to like Mark Inch and the other way around instead of what's in scenario mode. You got the Manchester commuter, which is a Manchester Airport commuter, which people's kind of hoping goes down to Crewe, but I'm fine with how it is. You got West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle. You got the Cardiff commuter, which I'm also looking forward to, and then the GWE remastered. I assume there might be more British stuff coming out soon. Well, not soon, but out in this thing. In this title, here, let's have a look. TSW5 roadmap. I swear I saved it, but I'm just gonna have a quick look. October 24. See what else was on thingy. So yeah, the 158 rail link livery. So the 11 mile branch livery with also the update for that. Conductor mode on that, as well as so on 5 circle, as well as East Midland Trains 158 on. I maybe assume on both East Coast Main Line as well as Midland Main Line, because you can use the 158 on East Coast Main Line. We're getting Preston Carlisle, which comes out next month. Manchester Airport commuter, don't know when that's due to come out. I don't know if there's a release date or not. Confirmed. Cargo Line Volume 3. Come on. Open image. We are due to get a Cargo Line Volume 4. So 3 is intermodal and 4 is military by Skyhook Games. Oh, bless me. We're due to get there's an unannounced UK loco by Just Trains. So whether that's for Preston Carlisle or it's just a general new loco, maybe a Voyager, I'd love to see. We're getting the Cardiff City network, which is in Wales, obviously. East Coast Main Line Diesel Rail Tour Pack by Athena Simulation. BR Class 104 and Peak Forest Expansion Pack, and then the GWE Remaster. But yeah, Manchester Airport commuter is within the next 3 months. Oh, my nose is proper It's like I've got hay fever again, but I haven't because it's end of October. This year has flown by, may I say. Maybe I'm just a bit under the weather. That could be it. But yeah, this year's flown by. Feels crazy to say, but it feels like it was only Christmas last year. Yesterday, and yeah. Anyway, going to be approaching Dewsbury in a second because we ain't going too fast. The brakes are actually going to be quite nice because we're only a couple hundred yards away. This was set in the 80s, right? Oh, there's another 802. Nice. Hello, Mr. 802. Hello, how we doing? Yeah, you're going to Leeds. I feel sorry for you. I'm going to Manchester. Going to say goodbye to Eric Ten Hag and say hello to Ruben Amorim if Ruben Amorim actually comes. Because from what I heard, there may be a slight delay with Mr. Amorim. But I don't. But Rude is apparently leaving after Amorim comes in, so that's going to be sad. Got Rude up here. British Rail. So we've stopped here. We're also stopping at Huddersfield and Stalybridge, and then obviously Victoria. I forget how long this route is. I'll have a look in a second. Oh, yeah, I've got a stuffy nose. Close them doors. It was basically done. I always do that. I press it that little bit too early. Have some toads. There we go. Looks very dirty underneath, doesn't it? I've never noticed that before, if it's just this livery or it's just been updated or something. I do forget how fast these are compared to 390s. 390s, I do love them, but getting up to speed, they're a bit slow compared to the 805s. I went on one last week, and they are blooming quick. They just need tilting in there so they can do more than 110 on the West Coast Main Line. But if I go... No, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was going to say. But yeah, I remember what. So going on about Chiltern Main Line and West Coast Main Line, if I'm going down to London, I kind of sometimes I go, so I'm going to go down on the West Coast Main Line and then back up bottom line on Chiltern Main Line because I live in the middle of two and can easily get to both. So yeah, I kind of vary it. I don't go London often anymore, but when I do, I enjoy myself, have a good time. I can't wait to see if. I assume maybe one day they'll do a remaster of this and maybe add electrification. Is there a station here? No. I'm surprised we're not. Can we not cross over? Also, one little key feature. You look on a platform now, say platform 2. If you're on timetable mode, we can actually do 80. It comes up with all the services coming through. So, for example, if you're at London Euston, it say such and such terminates here, and then Birmingham New Street terminates here, Liverpool Lime Street kind of thing. That is such a nice feature because if you want to just for example, you finish a route, you finish a service, and you're like, actually, I want to take a service from London Euston, and you can kind of just check which one's due out first, and then you can go from there, and then you can teleport. It's just it's a subtle thing, but when it comes to general, just UI and just small life changes for the game, it is actually really nice. And obviously, we're jumping a lot now. um, Obviously, the West Coast Main Line's having timetable improvements, so we're going to see a bit more stuff on there. Maybe some actual 8-car services and 12-car services that we can control instead of just on a scenario. When it comes to the 350, would be nice. But yeah, when it comes to just trying to make the... Because I know Skyhook said they'd rather make a new route than just making the 222 by itself. Which I'd love to see, but... Class 221 TSC. It was DCG that made West Coast Main Line for Train Sim Classic. Just trains. Let's have a look, see if they got anything. Yeah, they made the Class 222 Advanced in 2019 over the 2019 one. They also made the Met Line, so fingers crossed. Maybe we see Just Trains make the Met Line again for Train Sim Mod, because I think that'd be very popular. Even if it's not in modern day, obviously, when it comes to Great Western Express Remastered, we're going to have a bit more London Underground stuff. I can't remember what he said, what Liam said. Let me check. I can just come into here. Train Sim. Hammer. Smith. I'm trying to... Five circle. No. So, I put in and asked Liam, not myself, how long is the underground section on GWE Remastered? So Circle and Hammersmith City, Paddington, Royal Oak and Westbourne Park. Central Ealing Broadway, same as District. Piccadilly, no stations, but goes over the Great West Main Line between Ealing Common and North Ealing. So it's a decent section. Right, Paddington, Royal Oak, Westbourne Park. Let's have a look. Underground map. Let's have a look on the tube map. It's downloading right now. I just got on the website. Website's easier. Download again. It's a very short platform. What was it? What was it I said? Westbourne Park, Royal Oak. And where? Where else? Paddington. No. Paddington. Oh yeah, it does. I'm looking at it funky. I'm looking at Paddington and I forget it all connects. But yeah, got a small little section. So 3 stations on there, Hammersmith and Circle lines. So it's a pretty decent amount. Coming up to Huddersfield now. In just about 2 minutes. Let's have a flyby. It's weird seeing this in electric mode on the pantograph. But no, I do love it. Got smokestack off to our left. So we're around about halfway. I'd say the halfway point's like there when it comes to the route. Take off the power now. Take off the brakes for a minute. Well, you can just cruise up 33 mile an hour because the incline will help slow us down as well. So we won't need to touch the brakes as much. I keep letting my phone slide off my bed. That's what that bang was. It was just my phone. I had it on my side and it's just hit the post of my bed. And it's like, dong. Got 158 ahead of us. I can say I hope we go to the left because that's coming right for us. Oh, buddy. Goodbye. Are you going straight past where we went? Yeah, we need to slow down anyway. But no, this is Huddersfield. I've never been here in real life. Never do I want to. Leeds. It's hit and miss. But no, it's a beautiful station. Well, obviously, I don't know if it looks like this still in real life or what. I've never been Huddersfield, never been Leeds. I've been to Manchester, Piccadilly, Liverpool Lime Street, Manchester Airport. Another TPE over there. Hello, 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 hello. Right, we'll get the brakes on in a second. Going to stop as close as we can to this signal. Because that's where it's wanting us to stop. Just before it's not bad. Put that in neutral. Let's have a look so that don't go blaring on at us. 802209. I'm assuming that would also be. Let me have a look. Where are you? Yeah, I assume this will be 209 as well. Because obviously it's not a DTG thing. Yeah, it's fine though. There we go. I think that might be our thumbnail. A bit of blurriness in Huddersfield. Oh yeah, also from what I've seen as well, that actually was it in the roadmap? The 801 can end up being used on. I can't remember if it was 5 Circle or just Edinburgh Glasgow. It wouldn't make sense being on Edinburgh Glasgow because Edinburgh Glasgow goes to Glasgow Queen Street and not Glasgow Central. So I'm assuming it'd be 5 Circle and going up to Markinch because obviously they go up to Aberdeen from there. So let me have a look. Transpennine World 5 roadmap. MBTA commuter. There's a bit on. Jesus, we do speed up fast. That's my fault. I'm trying to look for this. See where the 801 is. There was a screenshot of it somewhere. It's talking about the Leavenmouth branch, so I'm assuming it is on 5 Circle. Because they're also allowing you to use the Flying Scotsman, the HST, so the Great GWR one, 66, 380, 385, 170, 1858, 801 LNER, Flying Scotsman, HST GWG. And then obviously they talk about there's 40 new timetable services for the Leavenmouth branch, 2 brand new stations, and 16 collectibles to find. It looks pretty decent. Someone was complaining about they were saying, oh, I've played it. It don't look anything like it. I'm like, the update hasn't come out, and the Leathermouth branch has only really recently only been opened. So, yeah. Guard mode has been added on both Scott Brown and East Midland train versions of the Class 158, with a number of updates from the former being ported to the latter to improve the overall experience. Wait, so they're gonna so they're updating the East Midland trains 158. Also, when the next roadmap comes, I'm going to be going through it as well, uploading that onto the channel, having a little discussion about that. Good old viaduct. Was that a mini that we just went over, like a modern day mini? It looked like a modern day mini, a BMW mini. BMW Mini Cooper. So we're next stopping at Stalybridge. Number 158. Fingers crossed we can actually do 100 mile an hour, maybe. Well, not 100, but back up to like 80 or something. Because this is a very tame speed for the for the 801/802. These normally do 125 mile an hour, and we're doing just under half, or just over half the speed. Because if it was 125, it'd be 62.5 mile an hour the speed limit. Tell you one thing I wish this had that the 390 is better at. You have a speed set. So you put the power on, press the button, it lights up. Yeah, you're good. Also, registration code 998. Boop, 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 boop. 13 miles to Stalybridge. Stalybridge. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm not northern, so I am a good old brummie. No, apart from the hills in the distance not having trees, which I guess is alright, close by, it's not too bad. What we're doing FPS wise, sat on 61, so pretty decent. DSD going off. Tell you one thing that's better about the 390, you can actually have windows open. Like, I know you don't have doors in the cab, you have the train crew door, but you still have windows, which is nice. Give it some tones coming through this short platform. Take off the power handle and we're going back down to 55 in a minute. I'm assuming we were only doing 80 because it was... Oh, we do some speed. We're going to be naughty, we're going to break the speed limit here. Because it's a nice straight stretch. I'm assuming the 55 is for this curve. By the looks of it. That's alright. Imagine if LNER had 390s. If I remember rightly, the National Express East Coast were actually placing an order in for 390s. Yeah, I made that sound like I'm talking on stream, I'm not. That just popped in my head because I was watching a video about, I need to stop doing that because I'm gonna fucking crack my phone. But yeah, National Express East Coast. I was watching a video on it. Guy does failed franchises, and he went through all the franchises after post privatisation of the East Coast Main Line, and he was like, National Express East Coast placed an order for 390s but never got them, and then later they said that they ordered them but they didn't, and they were like, why they're lying about that kind of stuff. Imagine that if they got 390s on the East Coast, maybe they wouldn't have 801s. I don't think they would. Because in theory, the 390s are going to stick around for a long time on the West Coast main line. Because obviously they tilt, and even the 805s and the 807s, they can be retrospectively upgraded to have tilt on, so they can do 125. But it it's just cheaper to keep the 390s. Plus, they're a better train, in my opinion. Apart from their acceleration, the 390s are better trains than the 805s and 807s. Because the interior is virtually pretty much the same now since the upgrade that they got the past few years. I'm talking about that wasp whip. We're not even doing a fancy, but it popped in my head. Intrusive thoughts. This suspension though is nice. Diddle, diddle, diddle. You know, you can even hear the tracks on the outside, which is nice because normally you wouldn't hear the dunk apart from going over points. Whereas now we're just going on the tracks, not going over any points at the moment. Is it canal or something? Looks like it is. Right, I'll be on that straight bit now. Yeah. I know I'm going to break the speed limit, but hey ho. We're in an 802 or an 801. Please let me do 120 over 65 mile an hour for a longer period of time than a couple of miles doing 70 or 80. Got 2.5 miles of straight ahead of us, so we're doing it. Up and down, oompa, 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 oompa. It's like people, like a lot of marching going on. This is really one long tunnel for something that isn't Channel Tunnel or HS1. We get to 100 and then break down to 45 in time. There we go. Right, we're going to put the brakes on and get down to 45 now. I just wanted to get up to 100 mile an hour on this route. I know, it's a bit naughty. I'd get sacked for it. I'm probably even put in prison for doing 100 mile an hour in a 65 on a train, but it's a straight bit of track. Alright. That's my excuse. Straight bit of track, got clear signals. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with the train. Absolutely fine. The passengers are fine. These go faster around curves than in this straight line. So, just saying, shouldn't get sacked for it. There we go. And we're back to 40 mile an hour in a 45, but that's absolutely fine because go back up to a 60 in a second. In a 390, because it tilts, you wouldn't really change your speed limit for that. You'd probably go down, what, 10 mile an hour maybe? Like, even here, you'd be doing, even on the East Coast main line, you'd be doing 90. Like, you wouldn't necessarily, like, obviously these are like the speed limits for the old trains, so that'll probably be the case. Like these kind of they don't tilt obviously, but they still go with the track quite easily. So you can safely push it at these speeds. Like 390 is even better for it, I guess. Like you could comfortably have it at 100 mile an hour. You watch that. I say that and we derailed in like 2 minutes. Kind of under the map there. Let's see how fast we can push it then safely. I'm assuming that over like 110 should be fine. We're doing fine. Like we've got some curves coming up, but they're not like the sharpest. They're kind of more sweeping. .390 would handle this perfectly there, in all fairness. Well, we're not doing too bad. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the gauge. Oh. Oh. I don't know if you can notice that. That could just be the suspension there. See how the wheels just coming up and down? Yeah, we're gonna put some brakes on. We're not gonna do 110. Plus, there's our station coming up at the end there, so we should think about slowing down in a second. Another coal station. The last one was shut. The one which is right by East Midlands Parkway the other week. So obviously you see that on Midland Main Line. Obviously East Midland Parkway. Just like your head be going like. It kind of stable. You always stabilise, which is a really good thing. Like you do it in real life, just like nodding up and down. Your eyes is just kind of like if you're focusing on something, you still see that. But yeah, we best start slowing down because we go down to 15 mile an hour in a minute. Coming in into Stalybridge. And we'll be heading to Victoria just after, which is definitely a lot closer than Huddersfield, which is like around there. They like that 15 miles an hour coming into every station. Well, I guess here we're probably going off the track to our left. No, we're staying straight. I was actually quite surprised. Normally, if you're swapping tracks coming into a station, I assume, if I remember rightly, yeah, it does. Uh, oh, Here we are in a Stalybridge. It's a very empty station, isn't it? How are you meant? How are you meant to get onto this platform? I can't see any like steps or whatever. Either that or I'm just incredibly blind. Oh yeah, at the very end. Actually, yeah. Yeah, they're here. Let's have a look. I need to clean that up. England in the 70s and 80s. Newspapers there. It's a very old style station. Stalybridge Station. Original buffet. 1885. And we are good to go. We go up to 75 mile an hour. Nice. Let's have some more tones. And we've got 7 1/3 of a mile till we get to Manchester. To Victoria. We haven't got too long to get there. We've got about 7 mile. And we got a little short sprint of 75 mile an hour for 0.8 of a mile until we have to go back down to 50, which is a bit sad. It's not even like 0.8, it's 0.7 of a mile, but hey ho, at least we can get up to 75 instead of breaking the speed limit again and doing 110, which won't really be all that possible in all fairness, getting down to Victoria. We're getting into platform 14. There's what, 17 platforms here at Victoria, so quite a busy station. Even in the old times of what this is set in the 80s. So we've already got to slow down back to 50 mile an hour. Sad. Get some tones in a second. Going past, well, in a minute. Going past another station. Let's get the keyboard back up. To do that, let's get high and low. Some tones. There we go. We can go up to 16, just over a mile. Like that puts to like here-ish. Already speeding up by mistake because we're going down on a decline. Still just a mile to go, but we can appreciate this beautiful repaint livery that's been created. And like I said, I'll put it in the description down below who's made it, the scenario as well as the 158, which was Jason PFC, who does make quite a few liveries and does a really good job with it. No, this is really good. Like, TPE livery ain't the most difficult to do, but it's one of the more difficult to pull off right kind of thing. But they've done a really good job with it, with the darker shade of blue in between the purple and the blue, light blue itself, and obviously all the TPE livery branding as well. That R looks a bit too high up, but that's fine. They've still done a really good job. But yeah, it looks weird doing this on an electric version instead of diesel and no pantograph being up. is really strange. But I love the fact that you can do scenarios with this and have electrified versions working absolutely fine. And my brake on, and we can speed back up to 60 for just over 2 miles. You can actually see suspension going up and down with this camera, because it works in correlation with the train. So you can see it going up and down that easier compared to like this one. Like this one, you have to look very closely here, and you can just see the tracks moving. Whereas this one, it's quite easy. You can just see the bumpiness. In fairness, I don't know what a train looks like underneath, but it looks alrightly modelled. And all that, it's a pretty decent job by DTG compared to the one which was in Train Sim Classic, which was a experimental, which looked nothing like what it ended up being like. Anyway, I gotta slow down back to 45, but that's fine. We're coming into Manchester now, slowly but surely. Got some high rises off to our right. Some housing. Go to this camera. Let's go a bit further up. Oh, we can't go any higher than this. This looks like your standard housing estate. Just kind of same looking buildings, which is DTG for you. Like you've got the occasional different ones on here, but they're all the same. They kind of get what the UK looks like. The only one that's different is that building in the distance, and then obviously these ones. And then you've got some sheds here. You've got an old car going by. Starting to get a bit more variation in. Not too much. Let's get ready for some tones. But we're slowly getting there. We've got to go down to 20 mile an hour for a minute, and then we go up to 40. As we go through miles platting. I say it's 10 mile an hour, so why are we doing 20? That must be 10 for going around there. So I assume it takes you up to the sidings, doesn't it? Yeah, Newton Heath. It's what Man United used to be called, Newton Heath FC. Obviously, before the 20th century. Well, 1912 is when we changed to Manchester United. That's a very modern looking building for the 80s. It looks like it's just out of glass. In all fairness, it just looks like it's a glass building. It's alright, at least we can use... At least we're running a 801 on here. Scrap that, 802. And now we're back up to 40 mile an hour for a 1.5 mile dash into Victoria. We've got just under a mile until we need to do 15 mile an hour. That's fine. Got a 2.1 decline right now, so brakes are going to need to be on, even if it's just the minimum brake. And we go down to 10 as we hit the platform, so I was generally thinking, like, in theory, I think they have changed the speed limits for this route in real life, but it's not going to just be 50, 60, 65, 70 majority of the time. I think because of the modern train safety compared to the old stock that's actually on here that came with this, I assume you can run just that a little bit faster. Going into stations it's probably the same, but on the actual line itself is what I'm trying to say. Phillips sticks of soles and heels. Stick of soles and heels. Hello, Philip. I wonder, is there any football ground in the distance? No, because the Etihad wouldn't have been built at this point. And Old Trafford's way off in Salford, so even though that came up with Newton Heath sidings, where Man United used to play, it was Newton Heath. No longer, no more. We play at Old Trafford, which might not happen after the turn of the next decade. It's going to be sad. It's going to be massively sad. Go, platform 14, right in front of us. Brake back on just so we get back down to 10 mile an hour. But yeah, I'm so glad they sorted this out. Cross City Line was meant to have conductor mode working in the update, but they missed the PEC file for that, and they didn't put that in the update that was pushed last night. That fixed this and the 380, which fingers crossed they update. We don't have to wait for the next patch for Cross City Line to work. So fingers crossed that is sooner rather than later. I don't see why. I guess, yeah. Well, like, we're not in the platform yet, but making us stop at the very end, whereas in theory, you should be fine to just. I was pressing down, like power down, and it was speeding me up. Strange. There we go. Let's unlock the doors. I'm assuming it's probably going to want us to lock the doors as well, isn't it? Now let's. That's tail.
and AWS
Operational. Manchester Vic. 5 cars. Yeah, see, I was saying line voltage is 25. That's only because, yeah, it's a scenario off the tracks, so off the rails. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for watching this. And yeah, I'll see you all in